Number 2, Maria Velten. Suspicion finally caught up with her in 1983 when a daughter-in-law voiced concerns to her lawyer about the suspicious deaths of Velten's husbands. This prompted police to launch an investigation, leading to the exhumation of bodies and the discovery of parathion as the cause of death. Maria Velten, known in the German press as Bilberry Marianne and the Poison Witch, from Lower Rhine, became infamous for a chilling string of poisonings that spanned nearly 2 decades, masking a pattern of calculated murder. Born in 1916 in Kempen, Germany, that Velten's life outwardly resembled that of many post-war German women. She was a war widow and mother to as many as 10 children, described by neighbours as a plump, motherly figure, but beneath this unassuming exterior, Velten harboured a deadly secret. Between 1963 and 1982, Maria Velten poisoned at least 3 and possibly up to 5 people close to her. Her victims included her own father, an aunt, 2 husbands, and a live-in partner. Her method was as cunning as it was sinister. She mixed parathion, a potent insecticide, into homemade bilberry pudding. The deep colour of the desert conveniently masked the blue warning dye of the poison, making it nearly impossible to detect. Velten's motives were a blend of practicality and resentment. She later told police she poisoned her father and aunt because they were old, sick, and burdensome, unable to care for themselves. Her husbands and partner, she claimed, were dispatched for reasons ranging from their habits to their personalities. One was too religious, another obsessed with cleanliness, and her partner simply refused to move out when asked. The financial gain was a recurring theme. Velten inherited money from her victims, but rather than spending lavishly on herself, she often distributed the proceeds among her children and grandchildren. In court, Maria Velten confessed to the murders, admitting to lacing food and medicine with poison. She was convicted and sentenced in 1984 to 3 life sentences, plus an additional 15 years in prison, though autopsies were only conclusive, in 3 cases due to the age of some remains. Her case became notorious not just for the number of victims or the duration of her crimes, but for the cold calculation and the use of a comforting, homemade dessert as the vehicle for death. The German media's fascination with Bilberry Marianne was fueled by the contrast between her grandmotherly appearance and her deadly deeds. Maria Velten died in 2008 in a nursing home, having been released from prison for health reasons. Her story remains one of Germany's most unsettling reminders of the darkness that can lurk behind the most ordinary of facades. Number 1, Marianne Nölle. Her crimes came to light in 1991 when suspicions about the unusual number of patient deaths led to her arrest. The subsequent investigation and trial revealed a disturbing pattern. Nölle not only poisoned her patients, but also robbed them of money and jewellery after their deaths. The presiding judge described her as having a two-faced personality, the caring nurse on one side and a cold, calculating murderer on the other. Between 1984 and 1992, a chilling series of deaths unfolded in Cologne, Germany, under the watch of a seemingly devoted nurse named Marianne Nölle. To her colleagues and patients, Nölle appeared as the epitome of care and professionalism. But behind this facade, she was orchestrating a series of poisonings that would leave a lasting scar on the community. Marianne Nölle was born in Cologne, Germany in 1938. Nölle's victims were vulnerable patients, in her care elderly men and women, who trusted her with their lives. She administered lethal doses of Truxal, an antipsychotic drug, quietly ending their lives. Authorities believe that over those 8 years, Nölle killed at least 17 people and attempted to murder 18 more, though she would ultimately be convicted for 7 murders. During her trial, Nölle remained largely silent, refusing to answer the court's questions and only breaking her silence to insist on her innocence. In the final days, the courtroom heard from 115 witnesses and 6 experts, painting a picture of betrayal and loss. One particularly poignant moment came when the judge referenced an 88-year-old victim who had hoped to live to 100, questioning why Nölle had denied her that chance. In 1993, Marianne Nölle was sentenced to life imprisonment for her crimes. She never confessed, and the full extent of her actions may never be known. Nölle died in 2022 at the age of 84, leaving behind unanswered questions and a legacy of grief for the families of her victims. If these stories left you stunned and eager to uncover more hidden crimes lurking beneath the surface, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Each week we reveal new cases and chilling mysteries you won't hear anywhere else. Don't miss your chance to journey with us into the darkest corners of the criminal world. Hit subscribe and stay tuned for more gripping true crime content.